TRJKarting.com is your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. Make sure you check them out at TRJKarting.com and give them a like on Facebook.
And want to say thank you and welcome everybody. Here we are at Kansas mile and a half track, getting ready to start off this first race of the round of 8 here for the Blazing Pedals. My name is Chris. With me as always, my good friend Rick Hammond Jr. Rick, how are you tonight, bud?
Oh man, I'm excited to be here at Kansas with you guys, you and Terry, and I'm ready to go racing, man.
I'm ready to watch some racing, guys. We got some pretty cool stuff going on. 8 different drivers going to be joining us here with live cams, being able to watch them as we go. We see all of those drivers over to the side, plus one, that bottom right-hand side. That's our other good friend, Terry Foster. Terry, how are you, bud?
Doing great, guys. Then there was 8. We're going to see some fast cars, I think, late in this race. Guys need to finish good here, guys. We have 8 of them that needs to hit 4 spots here in the next 3 races.
Yeah, that's it. The season winding down, and you have 4 spots to fill. You got 8 drivers to fill them. There's going to be some unhappy drivers here over the next few races. But tonight it is 165 laps of racing here at the famed Kansas Speedway. And it is stage racing. Lap 40, lap 90. At the end of those laps will be stage ending cautions. And then we race it out to 165. Temperature right now couldn't be much better. It is, well, what is it? 82 degrees. 88 degrees is the track temperature. Rick, that's some pretty prime temps out there for these guys to drive around on.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I've been watching that, and as we know, the track temperature, when it fluctuates, it makes these cars act a little differently. So it's going to be exciting to see what happens here tonight at Kansas. But either way, I think we're in for a good show, guys. I mean, we already said it. There's only 4 weeks left of the season. 3 of those is going to be cutting down these 8 drivers there. And, of course, I looked at the standings there just a little bit before we went live, and you know, the Shermrader, he made it. The 3 is in, but he's got to do some amazing things there to get into that top 4. And right now, looking at that number 3 car, he is 10th fastest in practice. So got some work to do out there, but I think we're in for a good show here tonight.
Well, you've already started talking about it, so let's keep going. Points are up on screen for you guys. Jamie Walker, Derek Paulson, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Dalton Kilroe. Those 4 drivers hold those 4 spots that are going to advance. But it's a matter of seeing whether or not Brian Dees or Rick Thompson, Ty Morosco, or Corey Sherman will be able to knock any of those drivers out. Certainly good finishes would help them along the way. Terry, any advice for those drivers that are outside of the top 4 right now?
I would say keep your head, race your race. Just be smart about it. I can see a lot of stupid stuff maybe happening. Stay out of the wall and just run your race, man.
Well, that's kind of what it's all about. You got to do it. KR Stolfus checking in on chat. KR, good to see you out there, bud. I know you got your own thing going on just a little bit later. This is a good way to get yourself primed up, ready to go racing. And speaking of, these guys are getting themselves primed up by doing a little, you know, what do we call it? Pit party. But, Terry, I know before we get going into qualifying, you wanted to talk to somebody. And we've only got about 3.5 minutes late start here tonight. So who is it that you wanted to talk to? And let's get him in here.
Let's get Big Brian Dees, driver to 17 right now.
Brian Dees.
Brian Dees, you got me.
I got you, Terry. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm on your car right now. I see you're practicing. Hey, 9th right now, bud. You did not run this race the first time we ran here. Right now, you are sitting in 5th place. What are you looking at going into the next 3 races, bud?
To be honest, I hope probably not too much, but kind of looking at Texas. I know earlier this year we went to Texas and felt pretty good there, felt pretty fast. I think I had the fastest lap of the race. So kind of looking at that a little bit is my chance. But as far as Kansas goes, not my favorite track. Kind of one lane, tough to pass. So I don't know. We're going to see what I can figure out here and see if I can come up with a strategy that might get me to the front.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck tonight. And I know I already went through the channels talking to everybody. Maybe we'll get to talk to you later on here, being a top 3 there, bud. But good luck tonight.
I sure hope so. Thanks. I appreciate it.
And listen, brother, I've been watching your in-car feed here, and I noticed you got the Mountain Dew going. Of course, now you're in the wall. I made you mess up there, but you got the Mountain Dew going. Hopefully, that's Mountain Dew in there, and the Mountain Dew crew is there with you. But next week, I want to see your jersey hanging up on the wall there.
Yeah, I got to get to that. Whoa. What happened there? I got turned my head and looked, and
That was Terry's fault. Don't worry about it, Ron.
Yeah, we'll blame Terry.
yeah, I gotta get around to that. Bought a new house about a month ago, so still kind of getting everything set up a little bit here.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. Hey, listen, buddy, good luck out there tonight. I'm gonna be watching, man, and go easy on that dew because there's only 2 stages here, but it's a long race, and hopefully you hit the restroom right before you sat back down. But you should be ready to go.
Yep, hopefully. need fuel for the car, but got to fuel myself up too, so.
That's right. All right, buddy, good luck.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Brian Dees, good luck to you out there in the number 17. And that is, well, he's one of those guys. He's going to be fighting hard here tonight. And I believe we're going to have a heck of a race. I know we are. Top speed on the charts here so far tonight, put down by that man right there in the number 88, Jamie Walker. Last week's winner, looking to try and repeat his win, and if he can do it, that'll pretty much lock him up into the top 4. So definitely an important night here. Blake Decker joining us both on track and on camera, along with Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. We'll be getting to those guys a little bit later. Marquis Smith, he's got himself a new paint job out there, and he's driving himself a Yoda this week.
Yeah, let's not talk about that Yoda. I mean, I told him, I said, bow tie till you die. Now you're in the Yoda, you're not finished. And he goes, as long as I keep the suspension under that thing, I'm going to be okay.
You got to think that's probably true, Rick. I mean,
it is.
All right, guys, that was the end of practice. It's going to be 10 minutes of open qualifying coming up right now as these guys hop back into their cars and fire them up. 10 minutes open qualifying. Jamie Walker wasting no time, and that is probably one of the biggest changes from the regular race season to these playoffs. Jamie half the time would never come out this early, especially during qualifying, guys.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked by it.
Yeah, a lot of times, if Jamie doesn't qualify, he'll hang out there in the back and just make his way through the track there and get around everybody, get them points for biggest mover and all that good stuff, man. Yeah, it's kind of strange seeing Jamie get out there first like he did.
I think what it is, guys, and we talked to him last week, and he wasn't really too happy about coming to Kansas. I mean, not one of his favorite tracks, but I think he's going to do well here. I mean, he's been on top of the leaderboards here in practice since I got in, and I was a little late, but he was there, and I think he just wants to get a good start here tonight.
Now, Rick, you just brought something up about this not being Jamie's favorite tracks. I've done a little bit of a walk a little bit ago down through the pits, and a lot of guys are saying the same thing. They're not a big fan of the track. If you watch this race tonight, you'll see that most of these guys will be running that high line right up next to that wall. That's the fastest way around this track.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing about Kansas, Chris and Terry, is that, it's kind of a single group thing. We're going to see a lot of nose to tail here tonight. Guys will, throughout the race, that bottom line will come in or the mid line will come in a little bit. And I think we might see some guys, but, it's hot and slick out there. So it's going to be real fun to watch. I know that. Now, there's one guy who is sitting in 9th in points coming into tonight's race. I noticed that he's not out there. So I think somebody had to go back to work.
And you know what's funny about that? John actually put up practice this week.
Oh. He's a good guy, and he's a great, teammate and league member. But, his boss probably said, hey, you're not in anymore, and I'm sick of working on Sundays, so it's your turn, bud.
Well, John, if you're watching at work, because we know you're allowed to, bud, we miss you on the track tonight. And big shout out to my mom. I see you're watching tonight, Mom. Thanks for being here, and appreciate everybody coming out to the Turn 3 Network watching.
That's just water in your cup, right, Terry?
Yes, that's just water in my cup.
Just want to make sure. Hi, Mom. Good to see you.
New fast time out on track. It was put down by the 92. Blake Decker, Marquis Smith bringing it down. Marquis, that's not the track. What you? I don't know. We'll follow Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, the 10 car. That would be the gentleman on the left-hand side, fourth driver down, white shirt and gloves. TBB getting his top flight machine up to speed, trying to see if he can't qualify better than where he sits right now.
Yeah, Chris just mentioned Blake Decker in that 92. He is currently in 22 in points. He has no dog in the fight, but man, he can take a win away from these guys, and that's just going to make him work harder next week.
Well, that's it. Even if you can't win the championship, Terry, there's a pride amongst the drivers, right? About, hey, I beat you. You gotta take that
definitely.
pride.
Definitely, I would.
And I'm actually not shocked to see Blake Decker there on top because he was pretty close. He was riding second there in practice, guys. So I'm not really surprised to see that 92 out there out front. I mean, I'm sure Walker's going to find his lane if he really wants to take that over. And actually, Rick Thompson just came out and knocked Jamie down into third right now. So Rick Thompson, the 76-speed Mafia machine, the shake and bait, or bait and shake. I don't remember.
Bake and
not
shake.
Even on the car. Bake and shake. But he's out there doing his thing. Of course, Jamie Walker says, that second spot mine, but I think he's coming off. Got tied up a little bit there with Brian Dees. Right now, the top five looking like this, guys. 92, Blake Decker sitting on the pole as of right now. Of course, we do have some time left here of qualifying, but Jamie Walker in the 88 sitting in second, Rick Thompson third, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin fourth, Marquis Smith in the 21, rounding out that top five.
I guess Marquis is in his Subaru tonight.
Guys, I mean, we're qualifying. I mean, I haven't seen the Shermanator take the track yet, and it must be something to do with what he wants to try to accomplish there. But he got out of his seat, took off all his gear, walked behind. I think the guy's working while racing. That's dedication.
Yeah, we had big discussions this week with turn three. I'm sorry, the TNA guys. We was talking all week, and those guys have been practicing all week too. I am actually surprised to see Corey not out there on the track yet.
Well, his teammate is a 44 of Aaron Bockover right now. His quick time of 31.43 around this big mile-and-a-half track. Aaron having, well, not quite the race he was looking for last week or the week before. But he's one of those guys, I wouldn't take it away from him. He's going to be looking for a win. He also sent me a message in Discord, by the way. It was pretty funny. He's, I'll have to shut this off to go back and look exactly how he worded it. Let's see.
I know what you're going to say, Chris, but I'll let you guys look at it. He was talking to me all week. He says, man, I sent that message to Chris. He never got back. I might have made him mad.
No, it takes a lot more than that to get me mad. Apparently I can't get to it from here, so. Oh, well, my fault. I'm sure it is. Got too many things going on, Terry.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
But he did send me a message, and no, he didn't get me. It was something along the lines of, about time you guys got your stuff together, and stuff wasn't exactly the word he used there, and got me into an interview. Shoot, I've been trying all season.
Okay. Now I remember. Here's the thing. Here's something I did find out. When he had that wreck, and he was jumping around in channels, we were chasing him. He told me he hit his head on the steering wheel when he got in that wreck. He just wanted to go walk around the track.
Oh, okay, got hurt. Oh, well, he didn't say that during the post race, but yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I was kidding him all week. He says, man, I have no clue how to use this dang old thing. I was like, yeah, it's all good, no big deal.
Little under 3 minutes left here of qualifying. We'll go over that with you in just a little bit. I will tell you right now, top three, Blake Decker, Jamie Walker, and Marquis Smith in the 21. Marquis Smith on the right-hand side of your screen, third driver down.
Chris and Rick, Marquis Smith in that 21, he's another guy. He doesn't have to be here, man. He takes a win away from these guys or a top 3. It could really hurt some of these guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few drivers out there that are out there to do kind of the same thing. I mean, I got to talk with the 44 Aaron Bach over a little bit here before practice ended, and he's out there. He's feeling good, out here. He's like, I just got to try to protect my teammate and try to help him move up and, get comfy there to go for that final 4 here. Now, 3 races, guys, it's going to go quick. And, I mean, we all know, it seems like just yesterday, we just started the season, and now it's almost done. A lot of things riding on this race here at Kansas.
Oh, most definitely, Rick. And I was just counting. You got Blake Decker, Marquis Smith, Rick Thompson, just these 3 guys in the top 6 right now. They have nothing to win here. I mean, all they they get up here and take these points and stuff away from these guys. It's going to be about these points tonight and tomorrow night or next week.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and that's why I'm still kind of shocked not to see the Shermanator go out, but he obviously has something planned. He's looks like he's been lubricating the body there a little bit. Might be some V water. Not sure. Don't know what people put in their containers. Getting ready, but I see that he's back into the VR, so he's definitely getting ready, getting set up to do what he has to do.
For those expecting to see us over on the Pride Outdoor Network, excuse me, a little bit of a time delay. Did not give them enough time. That is my fault. We got a late start here tonight. Hopefully we catch up with PrideOutdoorNetwork.com again next week. I'll take the blame. Really, it was the driver's fault.
Yeah, we're giving shout outs to .coms. I want to give one out to SavageEdge.com. Right now, he's doing a hell of a job with Breast Cancer Awareness Month this month. And matter of fact, I got my Savage Edge Fight Like a Girl shirt on tonight for him. And anybody wants a shirt like this, hit up Corey Sherman there at SavageEdge.com.
Yeah, definitely, Terry. I also ordered some. I have 3 girls here, my wife and 2 daughters, and I was gonna get one for myself, but I already got my TNA shirts that I wear pretty much every other Sunday. I mean, right now I'm actually wearing my Turn 3 one because all my other ones are in a wash, but I don't want to talk too loud because it's a Christmas present. But they came out fabulous, Corey. I want to thank you again for all that you're doing, man. It's awesome, and that's the kind of stuff that we like to support here at Turn 3.
I'll tell you what, I ordered it, I think last Friday or Saturday. I had it 2 days ago. So
shipping is, Corey does an awesome job, man. I mean, I know he probably looks and goes, oh, okay, I know who this Rick Hammond guy or this Terry Foster guy is, but I haven't heard any complaints about Savage Edge, man. So if you guys are looking for any kind of custom work for your shop or business, or maybe for a racing team or something like that, make sure to hit up SavageEdge.com.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, that is going to be it here for qualifying, guys, as we are swapping over to the race session. Give us just a moment here and we will be able to get that grid started up. But speaking of starting up, a young man named Ethan Habiak going to give the command.
Driver stages.
And that was Ethan Habiak, and drivers responding in kind as the engines are starting to turn themselves on. This is going to be a good race, 1.5 miles, the cookie cutter style, and that's okay by me.
So my kind of prediction for this tonight, guys, I can see the guys running the first stage really conservative, probably part of the second stage, man. But when we get to the end of this last stage, I think you're going to see guys wanting to get up front, get them points, and move on.
I think you're right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the grid as it was set here in qualifying. On the pole here tonight, going to be the number 92 of Blake Decker. To his outside, it's going to be the TRJKarting.com Chevrolet of Jamie Walker. Starting on the inside, row number 2, it's going to be Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. Dalton Kilrow going to start his 41 in 4th spot outside of that second row. Marquis Smith at one time was top 3 quickest, but he was pushed down to 5th quickest in his number 21. Going to start inside row number 3. Rick Thompson in the 76 Speed Mafia machine going to be starting to his outside. of row number 3. Inside row number 4, it's going to be the 1 car, S&M Motorsports' Zone Timer Roscoe, and 2 is outside the 17 out of S&M Motorsports of Brian Dees. Outcast Motorsports, or excuse me, Autosports, number 9 of Nick Okie, going to start on the inside of row number 5. 2 is outside the 64, the work in progress racing machine of Joshua Rutherford.
And in 11th position, it's going to be the 6th driver, Derek Paulson, going to be in 11th. And next to him, Speed Mafia number 73, Casey Campbell in 12th. And we have work in progress racing number 55 of Corey Rutherford in 13th, with TNA Motorsports driver number 44, Aaron Bockover, in 14th. Brandon Feeney made a return here tonight. The Be Free Motorsports number 38 going to be starting in 15th on his outside. It's the Hurricane, Ian Habiak, in the 16 TRJKarting.com Toyota Camry. And we got Brad Collins in the 22. Speed Mafia going to be starting there in the 17th position on his outside. TNA Motorsports driver of the number 3, Corey the Shermanator Sherman. And rounding out that field, guys, it's going to be the 46 Speed Mafia machine of Fred Thompson in 19th.
So Fred Thompson bringing up the rear of the field. Pace car drops off. We're getting ready to go to the green flag. First time here tonight. Cars wind up, and here we go. Green flag is out. Blake Decker with a great start to this one as he launches himself a 0.3 of a second lead heading into turns 1 from Jamie Walker.
Yeah, and you kind of had to do that, guys, because he knows if Jamie Walker gets out front, it's going to be hard to chase that 88 down. That 88 loves that nice clean air, but right now Decker is doing everything he can. Dalton Kilroy already moving up 1 position in that 41 Dr. Squatch machine. He's sitting in 3rd with Taylor the Butcher the Benjamin right behind him. And right behind TBB, it's the 21 of Marquis Smith rounding out that top 5 right now.
And the concentration being shown on the screen from 8 drivers. Then you got Terry, who's just kind of looking off into Never Never Land. Pretty cool stuff out there.
His 6 computers, so that way he has another monitor. That's what he's looking at. Yeah.
I got to figure out another way to get a monitor in here. That's what there was to it.
Yeah, whatever works for you. Chris, you're absolutely right, though. You know, during practice and everything, we see these guys, they were all but maybe Marquis Smith and possibly Ty Morosco. They were taking it pretty seriously, but the smiles are gone. The concentration you can see on all these drivers' faces as they go around. I mean, some of the faces we can't see, like the Shermanators and TBBs, Marquis, Dalton, those guys there with their VR, but it's all business right now. I'm waiting to see when Brian D is going to grow down and grab that Mountain Dew. I know he wants it.
Already on lap 3 as this one has gone by quick. Jamie Walker has taken over the race lead from Blake Decker. The 41, Dalton Kilroy, trying to make sure everybody remembers he was the 2nd most winningest driver here this season. And man, would he love to get another one, as he would love to get himself clinched into that top 4. Just a few weeks away now, guys. This season coming to a close, but we have got some great racing between then and now to get through.
Yeah, you know, you're absolutely right. There's a lot riding on this race, like I said earlier. I mean, these guys really got to get it figured out because it's fast approaching the close, man. I mean, after tonight, 2 more races, and then we take a week off. These guys get the boat on the championship track, Chris, and there's been some good racing on a lot of different tracks here this season. So, you know, I'm kind of hoping it comes to a tiebreaker because I know you and I have something that we've been thinking about, but it's going to be interesting to see how that all plays out.
Blake Decker running in 2nd spot, the 41, taking a bit of a higher lane, trying to hold on to some momentum. Wasn't enough, but does close in on the back bumper of that number 92. So Blake Decker may have himself a little bit of a challenge here coming up very, very soon from Dalton Kilroy. Meanwhile, Jamie Walker up front.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead, Terry.
Okay, I was just sitting there watching the 3. Corey Sherman started back in 18th. He's up to 14th now.
Ooh, Nick Okie up into the wall. Okie trying to hold it there. And he loses the front clip off from that car. able to keep it going. We stay under green, so good driving there. Sorry, Terry, didn't mean to cut you off. The number 3, Corey Sherman.
Yeah, I'll just, like I say, I have no clue why he didn't qualify. I may have figured it out now, trying to maybe get some big move points out of this tonight.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, Terry. You know, he's already up 5 positions since the drop of the green flag, so he's gone up 5 positions since then, sitting in 13th right now, and he's trying to track down Corey Rutherford in that 55. I'd love to see these pink paint schemes coming out here for breast cancer. Of course, as we know, October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So pretty cool to see, but the Shermanator definitely out there trying to make some moves. Actually, right now, he is the biggest mover of the race also, as of right now.
Guys, I have the camera views pulled up on another screen about just watching everybody. Blake Decker, he is so concentrated into that, man. Just watching, about ready to bite his lip off.
Yeah, I've been watching that too.
Brian Dees just sitting there nice and calm. Dalton Kilrose same way. Ian, Corey. I mean, you can see the intensity, but man, this is pretty cool.
I'm trying to figure out, I mean, Ian was supposed to be wearing that beautiful helmet that you see there on the screen from practice, and him stayed a little sober because he's back in the spotting arena here tonight, but he said that he chicken crapped out on him, and it looks like he's actually, Ian's driving with an open wheel on his machine right now.
I think it's like an F1 wheel or something like that.
He's looking comfortable though.
Watching TBB, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, he's running in 4th spot. He's down 1 position since the beginning of this race. He dropped that position to the gentleman that is just a couple of spots ahead of him. It's Dalton Kilroe. Dalton Kilroe has launched himself up a couple of spots, guys. Dalton Kilroe running in 2nd position now.
Josh Rutherford into the wall. Hard, guys. He's holding it up there into the wall, slowing down. Everybody's letting him get around. Everybody's getting around him.
So we saw the same thing that happened with Nick Okie. And Okie's actually on pit road. Or yeah, he is on pit road.
Yeah, he's on pit road right now.
Meanwhile, back out front, it is Jamie Walker, Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe trying to figure out a line that's going to get him to the back bumper of the 88. You got your 2 most winningest drivers here of the season running 1 and 2 in the first round of 8. This isn't by coincidence, guys.
Hold on, guys. Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that too?
Yeah, don't bring it up yet, but there's going to be something huge changing here.
Oh, now I'm okay.
Yeah, I know. You're not lucky enough to listen into.
Sorry, Chris, sorry. We gotta wait to see if this happens or not.
You guys are killing me.
It's either a head game thing or I don't. Wow. 88 coming down, letting Dalton Kilroe take 2nd. Blake Decker moving up.
Jamie Walker pulling it off. This is the big news. I'm assuming Jamie Walker bringing it down pit road. That's giving the lead over to Dalton Kilroe. And Jamie Walker on pit road. Guys, what's going on?
Okay, so in chat, Jamie Walker actually typed 88 start and park. I didn't say nothing at the beginning because I didn't think nothing of it. Guys, he is pitting, and I think he's leaving the race. Don't know why, don't know what's up.
That is really big news here out of the 88 camp. The TRJKarting.com Chevrolet not going to finish this one as he is on pit road. And guys, we're assuming he is going to call it a night here. Too bad he had what looks like the car to beat here tonight. And now that is shifted on over to Dalton Kilroe. Blake Decker right behind him. Decker running really hard tonight. Guys, I think he knows the camera's on him. He wants to win.
I mean, if you really look at the top 5, Chris, there's only one guy in that top 5 right now that's not on camera with us. Obviously, Dalton Kilroe leading this thing up 3 positions from the green flag. Blake Decker sitting in 2nd. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Brian Dees all on cam here. Rick Thompson is that first car. Ooh, the one in the wall. Hi, Roscoe in the wall.
I'm Roscoe.
Okay, you slowed down a little bit, but sitting in 7th there.
Tom Orozco, bottom driver, left-hand side of your screen.
You know, guys, Tom Orozco is sitting in 7th place right now. He's another one that needs to have some good finishes the next couple weeks.
Well, he had a heck of a finish last week. Now he needs to really follow it up. But right now, most of these drivers are really starting to separate. Even the top 2 drivers. Just a couple laps ago, the 92 was right on the back bumper of the 41. Now, the 41 starting to open up a little bit of a gap.
Guys, I'm not even seeing Jamie Walker in TeamSpeak anymore, so I don't know if he's left that or what.
Yeah, he has left. He is done for the night. Unfortunately, some personal stuff going on, so Walker had to call it quits. At least he started in park, so you know, he's going to be, as of right now, sitting in 18th position. Let's talk about the Shermanator. Up 8 positions so far. The biggest mover so far tonight, sitting in 10th place right now in that number 3.
Yeah, Corey Sherman at 8, that 3, he was having some good numbers today in practice, so got to keep an eye on him. I'm telling you what, the guy I'm going to watch tonight, like I did last week, the 17 of Brian Dees. He's going to be my eyes. I'll be having them on him tonight.
Well, Brian Dees up 4 spots. He's running in 4th position. The 17 looking pretty good out there. And he is starting to catch the back bumper of TBB, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, who's sitting in 3rd position. 2nd place, Blake Decker, your race leader. So far here tonight, nobody's touching him. Well, now that Jamie Walker's kind of had to call it quits, but yeah, the 41 doing a great job. He's up 3 positions to lead this one.
Yeah, we're only, what, 5-6 laps away from running a fuel run here, guys.
Well, there's something we haven't talked about is the 41 getting past. May have gone into the wall just a little bit. The 92 goes around on the inside. Blake Decker takes the race lead. Man, is that kid wheeling it too. I will tell you what,
Yeah,
he is having a heck of a time out there. Launch him through a corner or two. In fact, why don't we just jump right into his cockpit? You can hear those tires. They are just a screaming.
Well, I mean, I just looked on his in-car cam, Chris, or his driver cam, and I noticed that his mason jar is half empty now, so he wants to try to lead this thing and get to the finish line so he can do what he's got to do.
Pit stops are happening. Your race leaders are coming down. That's going to give the race lead over to TBB.
Rick, I was looking at mason jar too. It's all clear. I just hope it's water.
I think it is. He hasn't fallen asleep yet.
TBB out there with the race lead. He's got the 6 car. Derek Paulson in 2nd. Aaron Bockover now running 3rd. Ty Morosco, Corey Sherman, your top 5. And that's going to change, guys, because these guys haven't come down pit road yet, but it looks like maybe next time by they will. Dalton Kilroy with a good quick pit stop. He comes out ahead of Blake Decker, Rick Thompson, and Brian Dees.
Yeah, Paul Decker, he'll get him for sure, but he's doing a great job out here in that 92.
Yeah, he definitely is. Uh-oh, the Shermanator.
Oh. Caution on the track. Let's go back and take a look. It was Corey Sherman. Oh, goes sideways. Oh, man. Hard hit into the inside wall. Not what Corey Sherman was looking for out of his car tonight. As he peels back off. Oh, man. Heartbreaker. And guys, this is going to change some stuff here because a lot of drivers hadn't come down pit road yet. In fact, top 9 drivers have not come down pit road yet. Now they get to do it under caution.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do. Now, obviously, I think everyone will probably come down to the pits just to top off on fuel, guys, just to get as much into that tank as they possibly can. But or maybe, you know, Dalton and Blake, they might just say heck with it and stay out there. But I don't know if I would do that.
Now, stage 1 ends in about 16 laps from now on lap 40. I don't think they can make it. They're gonna have to come down. Colin Kilroy, Blake Decker, they can make it, so they might stay out. I mean, it's only been a couple of laps. And it looks like that's exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna stay out on track.
And the Shermanator's going to have some work to do, guys. He's going to have to go to the end of the line there because of that south spin there. So he's going to have to do a little bit more work, but I'm not too worried about it. We're still got a lot of racing left. As long as the repairs aren't, you know, all too bad, I think we can see the Shermanator work his way back up through the field.
So Corey Sherman, last time he was here, he finished 4th. Started 16th, finished 4th. Actually led 3 laps.
Yeah, I don't think he's done yet, that's for sure.
Pit stop's done for TBB, Aaron Bockover, Derek Paulson, Tom Roscoe, Corey Rutherford, all back out on track. Those are going to be our top 5 when we get ready to go back under the green flag. Well, this caution's going to work out really well for a couple of drivers, guys. How about Aaron Bockover? He's up 12 positions now. And Fred Thompson up 11. Corey Rutherford, Brendan Feeney, both up 8 positions, along with Derek Paulson. So yeah, this is actually helping out some of these drivers quite a bit.
3, Corey Sherman, he just hit the pit road. I think he's going to get a little bit of work done on the left side of that car. Maybe get a new fender put on. Who knows?
Throw the duct tape on.
Yeah, right now he's showing 1 lap down. Nicky Kie showing 3 laps down. Jamie Walker, as we know, left. He's showing 12 laps down. Now, Jamie is still also showing in the race. He is not showing disconnected, guys. So he's still here legally, I guess you can say.
Well, pace car lights are on for the first time here tonight from Kansas Speedway. Guys, we're going to step away for just a moment. We will be right back. Back live here at Kansas Speedway. Pace car lights are off. A lot of drivers just took the wave around that pace car, but our race leader going to be Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, and then the Butcher in that 10 car leading the way. Guys, you got Aaron Bach over Derek Paulson into the top 3 as well, and everybody is going to be on equal tires, equal fuel. Some of these guys that got caught behind that caution flag, this might hurt them a lot.
I mean, the saving grace is knowing that stage 1's going to be ending here soon. Got 11 laps to go, and these guys can reset a little bit and do what they have to do for stage 2.
The Butcher with a good restart here. He's got Derek Paulson right behind him. Paulson able to get underneath Aaron Bach over. Ty Morosco in the 1 car is also out there. So Morosco trying to get it done. Ty Morosco's got the 38 car. Oh my goodness, the 38 coming out of nowhere. Brandon Feeney. Wow, does he got power underneath the hood of that 38 machine?
I think it's popcorn power. Look at him. He's looking on the inside now. Well, Paulson battled it out for a second. 38 doing a good job down there, guys.
What is going on with the 38 car? Oh, the 1 gets into the wall, able to get back off. Ty Morosco with a heart attack moment. And now Brandon Feeney taking the race lead. And he's not stopping, guys. Brandon Feeney has found something here at Kansas.
Definitely found the speed.
Chris, did he happen to pit and take tires?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, he did. Brandon Feeney wants to win stage number 1, and he's doing it on new tires. He's not the only driver out there with new tires.
Mom,
We'll just put it that way.
Sure here for you. I have one here for you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you better. Because if you don't, we're going to talk about that.
Yep, ordered a brand new TNA Motorsports with a big old 86 on the back.
Yeah, but I bet you it's not the signed copy like I have.
Nope, that's the only one that's ever be made to.
I feel special.
That's because you are.
That's what my family tells me to.
Brandon Feeney running away here. 1.75 seconds is the gap back to Derek Paulson in the 6 car. And then you've got TBB. He's faded back to 3rd spot. Those old tires giving the 10 car a little bit of a challenge. Aaron Bach over running in 4th. Ty Morosco rounds out that top 5 in the 1 car, guys. I'm watching him. He's getting a little squirrely in the rear end of that car every single time he comes off a corner. Those tires are not happy with Ty.
Oh, and Ty's got to be careful because with the new damage model too, you wear those things down too much, they do pop. Saw it actually last week.
Yeah, looking over Ty's car, that number 1, he don't have a whole lot of damage there. Just a little scrape there by the 1 on the passenger side there. I think he'll be all right.
Ty Morosco with a great race last week. If you missed it, make sure to go back and check it out here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We want to thank everybody for coming on out to the Turn 3 Racing Network. We appreciate you guys, and also appreciate the chat that we've got going on. Love that.
Oh, yeah, we love the chat. I tell you, Bachhofer's doing a great job there in the Busch 44 machine. He is getting right to the back bumper of TBB in that 10 Top Flight machine. I know Bachhofer, he's actually looked on the inside there a couple of times, like he's doing now. A little redemption here tonight, maybe?
Might be a little bit. I'm really watching Brandon Feeney. He's almost got a 3-second lead over 2nd place Derek Paulson.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Wise words out of a movie at one point. Guys, Brandon Feeney's got those new tires and he is using them up. My fear is he's using them up a little too much, a little too soon.
Yeah, I'm with you there, Chris. We got a stage here ending in, what, 4 laps or so. So is he going to be able to take tires, or is he going to stay with what he's got?
Well, you have to assume he's going to stay with his got. I mean, can't imagine taking a second set just 10 laps after another and trying to get through this race. Remember, we do only have 3 sets here that you can change out of, not including the original set that you started with. So Terry, tires, they're at a premium, and I can't imagine Brandon Feeney is thinking about anything more than getting to the end of the stage and not taking tires.
Well, Chris, I know a lot of these guys, when they was practicing this week, they were doing different steering ratios and seeing what their tires were. I know some of the guys ran a real low in the qualifying, then jacked them up. So they might have been playing with that all, to save them tires. So let's see if anybody saves tires tonight.
Yeah, it'll be something to watch out for. The Matco Tools, number 38, sits on the lead. Behind him, he's got the MF Racing Designs, number 6 of Derek Paulson. Beautiful looking car. A little bit of a throwback scheme there.
And I honestly do love, all jokes aside, I do love that Michael Falk actually put the Ford symbols on that car. Now it feels right now. I love that paint scheme. Simple, iconic, fun to see back out on track once again.
The Butcher holding on to third spot. Ty Morosco able to get around the 44 of Aaron Bockover. So Morosco right now sits in 4th position. But guys, I have noticed a lot of blinking out of that one car tonight. And Aaron Bockover in the 5th position. He's got the 41 of Dalton Kilroy right behind him before that caution. Dalton Kilroy was set to try and take that lead back once the pit stops had cycled through. They never did. Dalton Kilroy having to work his way back up through the field to get to the front. Right now sits in that 5th position with Dalton Kilroy right behind him. Or with Blake Decker behind him, excuse me. So Dalton Kilroy, Blake Decker trying to get themselves back up towards the front. And speaking of at the front, Brandon Feeney all by himself. They sing songs about this, guys. He's almost 6 seconds ahead of Derek Paulson. And the caution flag is out. Our stage 1 winner tonight, it's going to be Brandon Feeney.
I think it was the pre-race popcorn.
Yeah, I wish he was in video here so we could see if he's eating popcorn or not.
Well, he said he was. I don't know. What was it he said? I don't know how to eat popcorn and drive at the same time.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he has figured it out. Up 14 spots to win stage number 1, the number 38 of Brandon Feeney. As we fall under caution number 2 here tonight.
Now we get to go to a commercial break so Rick can go get some popcorn.
Well, you know what, Rick? Just because it's you, I think we will. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step away for just a moment or two. We will be right back.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Back live here at Kansas Speedway. We've got the pace car lights out, getting ready to go back under the green flag. We've got a new race leader. It's going to be the number 44 of Aaron Bockover. Bockover did not come down pit road. And Terry, as a teammate, what are you thinking about that? I mean, he's out there on old tires. He's out there with half the gas these other guys have. What's the plan? What's the play here?
I have no clue, man.
Perfect.
I have no clue whatsoever what he's doing out there.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah, it's very interesting, definitely. But I have no clue. And I'm glad to see Corey Sherman in the 3. He got his lap back. I tell you what, Brandon Feeney, he did pit this last one, guys, but he only took fuel only. So he's coming out a little bit 10-lap older tires.
Mrs. Foster, looks like Tim Habiak over at trjkarting.com would love to take care of you as we get ready to go back under green. I think Tim would love to give away a t-shirt. We are back under the green flag, just like that. Aaron Bockover, maybe a little bit of a tire spin, but not enough. And the 44 takes over the race lead. Here comes Derek Paulson to the inside, along with the 41 of Don Kilrow. Oh, it is getting messy up here already, as Bockover seems to have wound himself up just a little bit. Derek Paulson going to be your race leader.
Yeah, I'm really surprised Brian D stayed up there as long as he did. I figured he might have worked his way down to the bottom there to get around Bockover in that 44.
Stage number 2 is underway, and Derek Paulson is our race leader. Don Kilrow runs in second. Blake Decker running in third spot. Those two drivers have been nose to tail since the beginning of this one, guys.
So we talked about tires a little while ago, guys. I know Bockover in the past, he has saved tires just in case that late race caution comes around. He has that set in the bank, man. So maybe that's what he's thinking. I don't know.
Look at this pack back here, guys. I'm looking at 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. They're running side by side, 2 rows deep, trying to figure it out. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, look who is charging on the top side. The 46 of Fred Thompson.
Thompson getting around Peony there. I mean, Peony trying to battle it out there on the... Ooh. He pushed it hard there. He got back around Fred Thompson. Here comes the 3 of the Shermanator. Trying to follow. I think that mid to bottom line starting to come into play, guys.
Corey Sherman following Brandon Feeney. He's got a lot of ground to make up right now. Corey Sherman being scored in the 15th position. Looks like his pit crew did a good job, Terry. Front end of that machine looking okay.
Yeah, it looks like they put a whole brand new left side up in that front side there, man, with that new fender.
Back up front, It is Derek Paulson leading the way. Dalton Kilrow and the 92 of Blake Decker running second and third. Again, these guys have been locked in bumper to bumper since the drop of the green flag here tonight, 50 laps ago. They have not given up on each other. They are running each other very cleanly and just trying to find speed. Derek Paulson ahead of them, though. He has found all the speed he needs so far, guys. The 6 car with a half a second lead right now over Kilrow.
Yeah, let's talk about that 6 car real quick, guys. Up 10 positions since the start of the green flag, or the drop of the green flag, leading this thing. So he made some good moves out there. Now leading this thing, Dalton Kilrow, he's up 2 positions right now, trying to figure out how to catch up to the back bumper of the 6. But hey, Blake Decker, who got the pole here tonight, not far behind.
Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. For those that were expecting to see us over on the Pride Outdoor Network, we do apologize, not able to get there tonight. Running a little behind tonight, trying to set up a couple of things behind the scenes. And then a little impatience from me. Right now, looking at the 76, that's Rick Thompson. He's currently running in 4th spot, guys, up 2 spots to get there. And behind him, it's Marquis Smith in the 21. Marquis having a silent but good night here so far in that number 21.
You know, I've been watching Marquis Smith, Chris, on track and on cam, and let me tell you, he has been so in the zone since he started this thing. And maybe that Toyota badge working out for him here this week.
Well, there's one other driver that drives a Toyota out there that I know of off the top of my head. It's Ian Habiak.
Yeah, I was just looking at Ian's numbers there. He's moved up 8 spots already, starting there at 16th, up at 8th right now, guys. He's doing a hell of a job tonight.
Oh, he's got Dad back in his ear again this week.
Yeah, too bad he couldn't do this at Daytona, right?
I know, right?
Yeah, that was weird.
I mean, the Hurricane did it himself at Daytona.
He just didn't seem like himself that night. I mean, it was off.
I'm looking at Ian's in driver cam right now with that F1 wheel. He actually looks very comfortable.
Second driver down on the right hand side of your screen. Let's go through that list. Actually, we've got Brian Gap Finder D's, Ian Habiak, Marquis Smith, and then Terry. You're on camera. Hi, Terry.
Hey all, hey all.
Terry's a bit of a camera hog, guys. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You know how to be a camera hog? You run as well as Derek Paulson is running right now. Up front, Derek Paulson leading the way. 0.5 of a second is the gap back to Dalton Kilrow and Blake Decker. Rick Thompson, Marquis Smith, your top 5. Then it's going to be Tom Orozco in the 1 car. He's running in 6th position. And again, guys, if you didn't see him racing last week, boy, did he have a great race. But right now, oh my goodness, big time blinking out of the 1 car. My Lord, he was gone for about 10 seconds there.
And Ty's been having those issues here tonight, but thankfully, you know, he's kind of out there by himself right now. He's, you know, still running in 6th. But the Butcher behind him, they're giving him enough room. Of course, the Butcher's sitting in 7th right now. Brad Collins in 8th. The Hurricane in 9th. And Casey Campbell in the 73, rounding out that top 10, guys.
Yeah, Rick, I don't know if you heard race control just come over and let Ty know that he was blinking pretty bad, that kind of beware.
Now, luckily right now, he doesn't really have anybody behind him or in front of him. That's very close. So it's not a huge deal right now. TBB got to be on that wheel, though, just in case.
That Dalton Kilrow just blinked out just briefly.
And that's not something we're accustomed to seeing for sure.
Look at the guy sitting in 12th right now, trying to make a pass here to take over 11th from Corey Rutherford. That's Corey Sherman. 55 stays low. Let the Shermanator by without, using up his stuff. Now that shows respect right there, and how much respect these guys have for each other. Corey Rutherford didn't have to let Corey Sherman go by, but Rutherford knows that, the Shermanator's right at that cutoff line. Let him do his thing. The 3 makes that nice clean pass. Good move out there by the 55.
64.
Oh, that's Joshua Rutherford. I'm talking about Corey Rutherford.
Oh, for some reason oh, never mind. He crossed the line. There he goes.
There you
never
go.
Mind. My bad. My bad.
Ty Morosco able to get around Marquis Smith. Smith had an issue, guys, and he dropped 2 positions because of it. Ty Morosco and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin both able to get around. So Smith able to keep it pointed in the right direction, but may have touched the wall just a little bit. Marquis Smith getting it back up to speed, but lost 2 positions in that action, and now back in the 7th position. Back to your race leader. It is Derek Paulson. Dalton Kilrow has caught the back bumper of Derek Paulson, so Kilrow looking to try and take over the race lead. It's lap 61, guys, and the next caution set and scheduled to fall at lap number 90. We do have pit stops that are going to have to happen here for a lot of these drivers. In fact, it looks like Aaron Bockover on pit road right now, perhaps.
Absolutely right. The 44 sliding into his pit stall right now, being followed by Marquis Smith.
Oh, wow, guys. 44 Aaron Bacher. I watched him come down the pit lane, watched him get service. He did not take tires.
Potential 3-way battle here for the race lead. We got 3 cars going at it. And Dalton Kilrow on the inside, taking over the race lead for just a moment. Derek Paulson going to fight back on the outside. He's got Dalton Kilrow, or excuse me, Blake Decker on the outside. Kilrow falls back a spot trying to hang on the inside. The momentum of that outside lane carries the 92 around.
And Chris, we already know that 92 can lead this race. He's already done it once.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all 3 of these drivers have led. Obviously, Derek Paulson up front, but Derek Paulson and Dalton Kilrow have both led this race. And the 92, Old Woodside, looking to try and get there again.
He took the green flag in that number 1 position, guys, and in practice, the only other person that was faster than Blake Decker was Jamie Walker, and right now Jamie Walker being scored in obviously 19th place at a little bit of a starting park here tonight. But I expect to see some good things out of there, and of course we talked about that early in the broadcast. Blake not in the chase for the championship, but out here looking to take some points away. He's looking on the inside there of Paulson, thinks better of it.
Oh, Paulson touches the wall.
Oh.
And Blake Decker, now the race leader. Dalton Kilrow able to get around. We saw that right out of the windshield of Blake Decker. Derek Paulson actually falls back to 4th position. So new race leader here. Lap number 66.
And Blake Decker's got a whole mirror full of that 41 of Dalton Kilrow right there.
Sure does.
Well, we'll hop right into the cockpit then, because this is pretty cool. Not only do we get to see, oh, that's Ian Habiak out there. We got problems. Oh, yes, we do. Well, we're just going to assume that it's working and not put it on at all. But Dalton Kilrow sitting there in 2nd spot, and man, is he doing everything he can.
Now, if you're watching Blake Decker and that 92 actually on screen with his VR, he is talking. So I'm sure him and Dalton are talking about what's going on right now, guys.
Well, both those drivers are on the left-hand side of your screen, along with Corey Sherman and TBB and Ty Morosco. The top 2 drivers happen to be the top 2 drivers on track in that order. It is Blake Decker in the 92, Dalton Kilrow in the 41. And guys, I don't know for sure, but it looks like Marquis Smith may have called it a night here. As his screen has gone to the black.
And the 21's still sitting down on his pit road. The crew looks like they're not working very hard. Someday I hope iRacing brings that.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
That would be great.
I am looking for Marquise in TeamSpeak. I don't see him in his channel. And I guess he's not going to come to the Infield Care Center tonight.
It didn't look like heavy damage. Not sure. Round of 8, guys. This is kind of what we expected here. Some good, clean racing. Hard racing. And Blake Decker, well, maybe that's the biggest surprise of them all. Blake Decker bringing it down. Dalton Kilroe stays out on track, but Blake Decker bringing it down on pit road. And that gives the lead back over to Dalton Kilroe again here for the second time tonight. The 41, your race leader, Rick Thompson, right behind him, sitting in second position. Rick Thompson trying to close the gap in just a little bit on your race leader, the 76. Would love a taste of the lead here tonight. And there's been some shifting going on the cameras, so looks like our live feed from the driver's gonna go away here for the rest of the night, unfortunately. This is one of the downfalls. I think I know how to fix this, but we're gonna have to do it next week, and it's gonna take some admin help. Terry, make sure I get with you about that after the race.
10-4. I'll get the wet noodle out, bud.
Oh boy, not the wet noodle.
Yeah, I watched Blake Decker come down pit lane. He got his car, got a little bit of fuel in that thing, and there he goes.
Ian Habiak stays out. Ian Habiak gonna try and lead one around this track. Not scored as a race leader at the start finish line. He would have to do 2 laps, and guys, that will absolutely destroy him because tires definitely wear out here. And right now he is running 33.8 seconds his last time by. Won't be able to afford to do that against new tires, and decides better of it.
Oh,
I think the dad made the call. He's coming down pit road, and that should shift the lead over to the 17 of Brian Dees.
does. New crew in the lead once again.
Brian Dees takes over the race lead. Second place belongs to Brandon Feeney. Dalton Kilroe sitting in third as it sits right now.
Yeah, Mark, I got my shoes off tonight, buddy. I can see my toes, so I don't need an abacus.
Well, Mark, if you're listening, I have a way around this. So either you, Terry, or Sam, y'all need to get with me after the race here tonight. Blake Decker, or excuse me, Brian Dees on pit road. That's going to surrender the lead back to Dalton Kilroe. And what a lead it is, guys. Look at this. 2.5 seconds is the gap back to the 40 or to the 6 car from the 41. And Blake Decker has found some speed here tonight. He is on the back bumper of the 6 car, Derek Paulson, and Paulson may be getting set up from the 92 to get past. Oh, Derek Paulson. Oh, he is watching out his view mirror going, what is he doing? Blake Decker with an aggressive move down below the white line. And man, oh man, what a pass. Holy cow. Decker making it work. The 92, that was, my gosh, that was the moment of the season right there. I don't know how he held on to that thing. Lordy, lordy. Dylan Kilroy, your race leader by some 3.24 seconds. He's got Brian Dees behind him. Brian Dees going to try and get a lap back as he is the first car, 1 lap down. And Kilroy moves down, gives him all the room he can. That's smart driving, guys. That's very important this time of the season. He knows he's not battling with Dees for the race lead. Let him by. You can go for the win tonight, or you can go for a championship run tonight. And the choice is entirely up to you.
I need a choice. I'm back now, by the way. I had to deal with my my kitten duties.
Okay.
2 feral kittens that we saved this weekend. One already has a good home. So technically 3 that we saved.
Terry never left. He just wasn't talking.
Oh.
I was laughing. That was funny. I don't know why. I'm glad you done it. It's just funny.
So, Dalton Kilroy, your race leader, and we've got about 11 laps to go before we fall under caution. It'll be caution number 3 as long as we make it there. And it'll be for stage number 2, Dalton Kilroy doing everything that he needed to do tonight to make sure that he was part of the top 4.
I mean, this is going to help Kilroy out a lot, actually, if you think about it. Walker just starting and parking. It's going to be big. I mean, next week, guys, we head to Texas, and then the last race of the round of 8, Martinsville. We're heading to the paperclip, man. I'm going to have my Martinsville dogs ready for that night, let me tell you.
Yeah, so we know what Martinsville can do. I mean, you get a little bumpers crunched up there. Guys, I said at the beginning of the broadcast, this race, next week race, will be really important at these higher speeds as these guys can run and walk away with a good finish to keep moving on.
Okay, we're sitting in 9th place right now. The Shermanator has been doing his work up 9 positions. Doing what he has to do behind his teammate. Unfortunately, Aaron Baca, we're sitting in 16th position.
As far as I know, he has not got tires yet, guys.
Out of the way for his teammate, you know, and I don't see anything really wrong with that, Terry. I mean, you guys got to think about it. I mean, stage 2 is going to be ending at the end of lap number 90, so the start of 91. And then it is a long stint to 165. So those guys are going to want to hang on to a set, or if not 2. Try to use them, you know, I mean, not hopefully, but, you know, if a caution comes out during that 3rd stint there, or green flag pit stops, man, I mean, it's down to crunch time. I mean, these guys know it.
Well, Rick, right now we're at 85 laps to go. I would think he has plenty of tires to go 85 laps.
I hope so.
Yes, Mark, I did that in my head.
I was impressed. Mark actually messaged me and told me, you know, throw a little math in there to see how good Terry is. I'm just kidding.
As long as it's even numbers, I'm okay.
Yeah, Dalton Kilroy is your race leader, and it's not too he's not too far, guys, behind the kid, the Hurricane, the 16 of Ian Habiak. So the kid's got to find some speed here, or he is going to be a lap down. The 16 car has his live spotter out there again, but you know, with Tim, you never know what you're going to get. You could be like, you know, if I was racing at Daytona, I'll tell you guys what, my brakes wouldn't work too good.
Yeah, I don't believe his worked at all.
You know, the interesting thing, guys, is, you know, when we got into the server here, Tim got in and he sent me a message like, "Hey, buddy, I'm back." And I'm like, "Oh, good." He goes, "Yeah, I stayed sober just so I could be here to help you in around Kansas." And I'm wondering if Tim's still sober.
That's funny, Rick, because I got the same message.
I know you ain't got the cameras up anymore, Chris, but I think if you do have to get up on a break, I think Tim ought to get in the camera view there right behind Ian.
You know, that's one thing that I've been watching, Terry, because, you know, I love Tim. Number one, he's a great guy for the sport of racing. I mean, real life sim racing. I mean, he does a lot for you guys. He's done a lot for me and Chris. We appreciate everything he does. I'm glad to support him. And I know I got to do it soon because I've been supporting everybody else. I haven't bought any new TRJ karting stuff in a while, although my closet is pretty full. But, you know, there's a couple times where, and of course, the guys can't see it, but you and I and Chris can see it. You know, there is a window right there that Tim has slapped on Ian to get him to startle. I know that there's been some ear flicking going on. Who knows what else? You know, I'm waiting to see the bucket of water come in or something.
Don't give him ideas.
I don't know about that with all the electronics.
I'll tell you, you really don't need to give him ideas. That's a bad thing. Well, next time by, Dalton Kilroy is going to start lap number 90, and then we're going to go under caution, guys. So Kilroy is getting it done. This is everything that he wanted right here. We've got Jamie Walker, who had to do a starting park. We've got the 41 out front. Now, he didn't win stage number 1. That honor went to Feeney, but Kilroy looking to win stage number 2 here. And that's championship points, Terry.
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, sir, it is. I tell you what, one guy's probably happy to see this caution come up is Blake Decker. Dalton Kilroy right now has got a 2.1 lead over him. So reel that 41 back in. Let's start this race again.
Yeah, and you know that these guys, you know, a lot of them are going to be taking a set of tires, I would think, to start the, if they have any saved. You know, you're going to want to have, you know, the guys that have 2 sets saved, definitely taking tires. You know, even the guys that only have 1 set might be taking it now, but it's going to be a long stint all the way to the end. Stage 2 done. Dalton Kilroy, the winner. Now, guys, one cool thing, I wish we could see it on the cameras, but Ian Habiak has a cheerleader right next to him, and I love seeing that. His little brother Ethan, who gave the start command here tonight, right there cheering his brother on, and I love seeing that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, for people that watch the TRJ commercials that Chris runs, you want to see a proud little boy. Look at the pictures of Ian, just the big grins on his face, man. He loves this sport about as much as anybody I've ever seen.
Well, that happens to be a pretty good segue, Terry, as that's exactly what we're going to do next. Ladies and gentlemen, live from Kansas, the Turn 3 Racing Network getting set to bring you the last stage of this race. But before we do, we're going to step away for commercial. We will be right back.
TRJKarting.com is your #1 online source for karting components, engines, and safety gear. They have a huge selection for the novice to the professional and a dedicated section for sim racers. No matter how you do it, your desire and passion to go fast fuels them. Their focus is to put their customers into victory lane. Make sure you check them out at TRJKarting.com and give them a like on Facebook.
And make sure you do give them that like on Facebook. Spread the word, trjkarting.com. And let Tim know that Chris, Rick, and Terry sent you. They do a ton for those kids out there who are just getting into the sport of racing in their karts. And man, Tim, my hat's, well, I would say my hat's off to you, but it's underneath my headphones. And if I did that, well, I'd make all kinds of noises. Don't want to do that. But guys, here we are getting ready to start the last stage of the race. And it is going to be a doozy. I don't you all talk at once, okay?
I got to push a button. I keep forgetting.
And I was a little bit, we started talking about TRJ Karting. We got the commercial going. You got Cody Early out there doing a beautiful job with that little radio spot for Tim and for us here, man. And thank you again, Cody. We appreciate that, bud. And, you know, that brought me over. I got Savage Edge store up here. I'm looking at the stuff that, the Terminator has, and I'm over here now. I'm looking at some Alpine racing shoes, and I already have a pair. I like these colors. I gotta have Tim probably special order these for me.
Guys, just got something pretty interesting. 44 Bach over 6 Paulson. I couldn't see the other car in front of him. Those guys come back down pit lane again just to top off.
That is smart, though.
All the fuel, what you need.
I believe that it was a 55. Corey Rutherford was the other one.
Guys, Dalton Kill or Blake Decker, again, going to be starting this one side by side. And here we go under the green flag one more time.
Elton got a really good start there, guys, but Blake Decker staying right to that back bumper. And look at Brian Dees. Look at that little smirk that Brian Dees had. I know the guys can't see it on live, but he's happy right now.
And here comes the Butcher down on the inside. Rick Thompson to the outside. Now Butcher clears Thompson. Gonna see what he can do. Oh, Sherman gets loose. Corey Sherman holds on to it. The 3 car getting out of control.
He did okay there. He did okay. He held it. He only lost 1 spot to Joshua Rutherford in the 64. Terminator still holding on to 8th position. He has broken into that top 10, guys. But he's got Derek Paulson right behind him, and you know that 6 is fast. Here comes Paulson looking on the inside of the Shermanator right now. Might have it here through the corner. They are still kind of even. Nick, I was watching Nick Okie there for a second too. I'm watching everybody back here. I can't. There's so many moves going on back here. The 73 making some moves.
Yeah, 73 down looking to the inside of Corey Sherman. Sherman going backwards. That damage may be affecting the 3 car still. Right now, Corey Sherman at least is into the top 10.
Yeah, look at it. Sherman's car in that 3, man, looks all right. I don't think he's got too much damage there. I think it should be all right.
AC Campbell goes around Corey Sherman. And behind them, it's Brad Collins and the 44 of Aaron Backover. Backover being scored a lap down, maybe more.
You guys, a lot of people we haven't talked about since Speed Mafia, guys. Rick Thompson sitting in 4th place right now in his 76.
And going back and forth with Ty Morosco. And again, Morosco doing some blinking. But ahead of them, the Butcher has found his way into 3rd spot. Oh, Ty Morosco with a hard right-hand turn to keep that thing straight. The 1 car not happy on this set of tires right now.
But look at the 76. He is solidly in 4th position. Now he's tracking down 3rd. I wonder if he settled down there from his win there a few weeks ago.
He may have, but you know what? Speed Mafia's driver 76, or Rick Thompson, he's the only one out of the Speed Mafia guys that's in that top 8. He's sitting 6th right now in our points.
Yeah, so he's got something to prove. Certainly a 4th place finish or better would be huge tonight. Tom Roscoe again with a big wiggle out of that one car right behind him. But Rick Thompson sitting in 4th in points, or excuse me, 6th in points, 4th on track.
You know, John Perkins at work, you know, probably hasn't been able to get into chat and everything, but definitely rooting on the boss man right there, Rick Thompson.
Guys, Ty Morosco is having really bad connection issues.
Yeah, this is, look, we've seen the one car blink a few times over the season. Don't get me wrong, but tonight seems for some reason especially bad out of the one car. And he can ill afford to have that incident happen because, look, he's one of those guys. He's vying for that top 4, and this is not the way to do it. Up front, it is Dalton Kilroy, Blake Decker running 1 and 2. And these guys having a good night tonight.
Yeah, Blake doesn't want that gap to open up like he did before, doing a great job. Only 0.16 behind Dalton Kilroy all over the back bumper. He's just got to try to find a way. I mean, that 92 very fast. Like I said, 2nd fastest in practice. The only one that was a little faster was Jamie Walker. So getting the pole here, I mean, he knows this track. Got to find his groove.
Lap 104 out of 165 have been completed. Guys, it is going to be something else to watch the end of this race, but before we get too far in, before the cars get too spread out, let's go ahead and think about one little thing, and it is the turn it up. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on a TV, make sure you turn that volume. Why don't you go all the way up to 100? Why not? If you're watching on a phone or any other device, rock or dial up to 10, and we are going to turn it up. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we crank it up here on a Sunday night. My goodness, these cars are rocking and rolling around this 1.5 mile track known as Kansas.
Yeah, Chris, while we were doing that, I've been sitting there watching the 41 at Dalton Kilroy leading this thing with Blake Decker. Earlier I said Decker had a mirror full of that 41. Now it's been turned around, guys. Kilroy's got the big old mirror full of that 92 with Blake Decker.
Yeah, Blake Decker is right there, and you kind of get the feeling, guys, that he may have the faster of the two cars, but is kind of taking it easy on the 41, knowing that the 41 may be running himself for a championship here tonight.
Yeah, Dalton's gonna be smart here. He didn't want to do nothing silly, just because of that purpose.
And he wants to save, his equipment as much as he possibly can. I mean, Dalton's very good at that. And it time and time again here throughout the season. Right now, that 41 looking very happy in that nice clean air, guys.
I was talking to Tim Habiak while we were doing the Turn It Up. Yes, I can do these things. It's like I can multitask and stuff.
But you can't bring up cameras. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, but I can't do that. One of the things that I found interesting, he says, man, I asked, does Ian have a pretty good handle on this track? He goes, no, not at all. We're on a tire strategy. And right now, Ian Habiak being scored the first car 1 lap down. Guys, tire strategies are all well and good, but here we are, last stage of the race. We've got to use them up. If you don't use them up and you have a set of tires at the end of this race, man, you got to feel like you didn't do everything you could to win it.
Yeah, definitely, Chris. I think stuff's going to start heating up here really soon.
Oh, Ian Habiak, just like that, comes down pit road. Oh, I think Tim might be listening to me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Right along with Ian.
We're on a tire strategy. Go in, boy.
You got to use them. If you don't use them and you don't win, and you had some in the bank, Rick, right?
Oh, yeah.
You got to feel like you didn't do everything you could.
Kind of kick yourself in the butt there when the checker flag flies and you go, why did I hang on to that? I mean, these guys ain't getting charged for tires, so might as well use them if you got them.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow, you said, man, if I would have changed those tires. You don't want to do that.
Well, I mean, speaking of that, I mean, we know that Aaron Bockover's done that before.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it happens. You save, and then you get into that groove, and you kind of like lose a little bit of focus, maybe, and before you know it, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go in for tires, and you're like, oh, 1 lap to go. Like, what? It happens.
And you feel horrible because you know when you come down pit road, you're gonna lose another lap, and you don't want to go down more laps, but at the same time, you know when you come back out, you're gonna be running so much faster. The trick is to use those tires to the very best of your ability, and then if you have another set, use those too.
And you also realize, Chris, everybody else still got to do the same thing.
Well, that's right, but some of these guys only have one set, and you've got two. Go for it. Use them up. It'll be interesting.
Now, one thing I find kind of interesting, usually Blake Decker is in a different team channel. Tonight, he is with the Top Flight Racing guys, and that's Dalton Kilroy and Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. I know that 92 is fast. I wonder if he's trying to work something out with Dalton saying, or Dalton's working out something with him saying, let me win this thing. I need this tonight.
Huh, lost Blake in the video.
Yeah, that's the one that really hurt. Here comes Taylor the Butcher Benjamin. He's going to bring it down pit road. So these green flag starts are starting to happen here. Lap 121 of 165. And Terry, how many laps did you say these guys could go?
26 to 28 on fuel.
Okay, so we've got at least one more pit stop to go after these guys are done mixing it up. Unless the Butcher is also sitting on a couple of sets of tires. Oh, man. Here comes the race leaders. Kilroy, Blake, Decker coming down pit road. Decker having a little bit of a trouble getting it settled in. And that is going to give the race lead over to the 76 of Rick Thompson. That's the first time he's led here tonight. Rick Thompson. Then Brad Collins going to be in second position. A big plus 15 out of Brad Collins and his number 22, guys. That's huge.
That is huge.
So I watched the Butcher come down. All he got was fuel, guys. So did he use up a set we don't know about or what?
Man, it's so tough to call. You just don't know. There's no way that we can keep an eye on every single team every single time. Here comes Brad Collins coming down pit road, and that is going to allow the 44 to get himself a lap back. So Aaron Bockover gets one back the old-fashioned way. Casey Campbell coming down pit road along with Josh Rutherford. Corey Rutherford going to stay out along with Brian Dees. He's being scored a lap down. He's going to get around the 55, I think. He's trying. There he goes. So with that pass, Brian Dees puts himself back on the lead lap. Oh, the 55 doing something tricky, guys.
That's funny. I'm listening to it too.
Every now and again, we catch that sort of thing. Let's hop into the cockpit. We'll let everybody in on it. Oh, he could actually be saving a lot more. Well, he was on the clutch for just a moment. I don't even think he went down to an idle at that point and let it back off. Let's see this again. Yeah, he's not even letting it come down to an idle.
You hear those tires, though. Now he's coming down pit road. Onto it.
Hanging on to it is a 55, Corey Rutherford, and that, guys, it's going to give the lead back to Dalton Kilroe. Behind him, it's Blake Decker. A little bit of a gap there, half a second. When does Decker try and figure out if he's going to go for the race lead? Is it 5 laps to go? Is it now? 1 lap to go? Running in second spot is fine, but these guys didn't come here to finish second.
Nah, I think I bet he's been measuring up Dalton here the last 20 laps or so just to see what kind of line he's going to be running. Where's he going to go into turns? Yeah, how's his car handling, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I bet it won't be too long.
The gap has already shrunk down to 0.3 of a second between Kilroe and Decker.
Well, you know, I've said it multiple times. I mean, Blake Decker, second fastest here in practice tonight, guys. He definitely has a car to beat and a car that can win this thing. Now, my thing is, you know, like I said, down in the team channel with the Top Flight Racing guys with Dalton. I know that we say that, you know, teammates are good until there's only 1 to 2 to go, 5 to go. Man, I don't know. Blake Decker, very fast here tonight.
All right, so we've talked about the team element here. I was just looking through everything. Again, Blake has nothing to gain here. A win, say yes, I won. Right now, he is a teammate with Dalton in the team speak. Is he gonna be a friend of Dalton? So you know what? I'll hold everybody off. Go for the win.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, even if Dalton comes in second, I mean, that's going to help him big time in the points, guys, especially with Jamie Walker doing the starting park. But again, we talked about it too. I mean, a lot of these drivers are out here and they could take a win away. They could, you know, some stage racing away. We saw how that worked out.
Yeah,
a lot of things up in the air.
We also got to look at the past a little bit there, Rick. We've seen Blake Decker get pretty aggressive and just tear up a car too. So,
oh yeah.
I hope we don't see that tonight. A little wiggle out of the 41 and Dalton Kilroe right there.
And that happened right as Blake Decker got right onto the back bumper there of Dalton Kilroe Chevrolet.
I did do a little practicing with the TNA guys earlier this week, and I got on the back of Corey, I believe it was, and I just lost all air off the front of that thing. It would not turn hardly at all.
That's the big thing. I mean, we saw Blake Decker too, you know, and right now he's fighting the wheel. He just had to turn it sharp right.
Guys, behind these two is Ian Habiak. Habiak on those fresh tires. He's 1 lap down. And I am telling you, that kid is moving. Oh, the 41 gets in the wall. Everybody spreads out.
Oh, 3 wide per
Oh
second.
my goodness. And Ian Habiak back on the lead lap. Dalton Kilroe got himself into the wall. Blake Decker had to go around, and it was 3 wide for just a split second. The kid, the Hurricane, back on the lead lap. Those tires are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. He's running about a second quicker.
Absolutely. Right now, I'm looking back just a little bit further there. 3rd and 4th position. Derek Paulson all over the back bumper of the 10 at TBB and that 10 top flight machine. Ex-teammates.
I know we don't have the cameras pulled up, but I'm sitting there kind of watching Dalton in the video. He is calm. He's not, doesn't look like he's getting all upset. He's just now out here just trying to do what he can to get back up front, guys.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. I mean, I've been watching all the cameras. I mean, I know that we can't show them on the broadcast right now, but I still have them up. And Dalton's been in that same very focused position since the drop of the green flag. And that's one thing. I mean, Dalton has grown a lot as a racer. I mean, he's got multiple wins here this season. Actually, it's the second most of the season. You know, the only person that's got him beat is Jamie Walker with his 14. And Dalton, very cool, calm, and collective, that's for sure.
I would love to see what Blake's doing right now. I know we ain't got the camera up anymore, but I would love to see what he's doing right now.
Well, I can tell you what he's doing, Terry. He's wheeling that car, and he has been throughout the entire night. Let's go in and we can at least see the steering wheel as he enters into turns 1 and 2, and it is saw on that steering wheel, trying to keep that, oh, big time right-hander to keep it going straight. So yeah, this car is a little bit loose for his liking. Blake Decker making it work though. You see,
making it work.
Way up ahead of him is the 16 car. That driver, Ian Habiak, he would really love a caution as he just got his lap back. And guys, that guy right there, the 16, he would love to see a caution out there. He's got something in the bank and he'd like to make a withdrawal.
Hey, you're absolutely right now, Chris and Terry. I've been watching Blake Decker in the cockpit view here for quite a few laps before he even did it, and that car's he's been moving that wheel and working that wheel just like that for like the last about 10-15 laps or so.
Now the 41 with a very rare miscue finding himself into the wall just a little bit, and that is all it took. Now he's got a big amount of time to make up to Blake Decker. 2.87 seconds is the gap from first to second. And how about this, guys? The 17, Brian Dees, running in 3rd position. You know, big night here for Dees. If he can finish in the top 3, that would be incredible. And I would love to see that.
So I'm sitting there watching these on the video. Hey, again, we just showed Blake being a wheel man. Dees is doing the same thing in real life, guys. I'm sitting here watching that.
Anime gamer fanboy checking in on his dad, Aaron Bockover. Bockover has had a fast car all night. Unfortunately, caught a little off pace with the tires and has not been able to make it up quite since then.
Guys, I think Dees just got in the fence just a little bit. You can tell the frustration on his face there.
I think the length of this race starting to wear in on some of these drivers. I'm looking at some of their faces and I'm seeing a lot of tired drivers over there, guys. And people think, oh, it's just a game. It's just a sim. It's just a whatever. But this is a workout for these guys. Trying to think about all the things that you have to think about. Tires and where you want to be, when you want to get onto the throttle, when you want to come off the throttle, when you want to tap the brakes. All these things, they all matter. They all make a difference. And it's starting to wear in on these drivers.
Yeah, most definitely. You can tell that even looking at the cameras here, looking at Corey Sherman and driving that 3, being in 9th spot. He went from relaxing in his chair. He's actually pulled himself up from the chair, kind of leaning forward now. And also looking at TBB, I don't think he's blinked all night.
I was just going to say that, I mean, the Shermanator definitely a little bit of a change. Also, I see that out of Brian Dees there a little bit. He's not, just sitting back like all the other drivers are, but the Shermanator really the one that has really stepped up to the plate really, and he's all business right now. Now, we haven't seen too many smiles. I just saw a small one there out of Brian Dees. Dalton's pretty stone-faced still. He's trying to concentrate doing his thing. Ian's doing his thing. Harry's driving, even though he's not out there on track. I think he's doing the test drive thing, and I think I just saw Taylor the Butcher Benjamin turn on his wind simulator. I saw a little chuckle out of him there. So talking with some teammates, having a good time there. And of course, Ty Morosco, he's just, I swear to God, Ty Morosco is in like a beanbag chair or something. He looks comfy.
Now, you want to hear something funny? We have a driver in our league that he did use a beanbag chair at one time. Now he uses a futon. I believe Sam actually used a beanbag chair at one time, I think.
26 laps to go, and your leaders are coming down pit road. 26 laps to go. Blake Decker, Dalton Kilroe, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, Derek Paulson, Rick Thompson, all on pit road, including Brad Collins now.
This 92 needs a spot on pit stop here, guys, to get out in front of that 41.
We're going to watch these stops, guys. Typically, we'd pull away from the pits, but so important is this pit stop. You see the Butcher in there as well. Dalton Kilroe, left sides go up way before the 92. It's a race off from pit road. The 92 just going to take it. Joshua Rutherford going to be the race leader. Corey Rutherford following him in second. Ian Habiak in third. Those drivers all need to come down pit road. So we saw tires happening for your race leaders, guys, and that is going to be big. That's going to make it really hard for anybody to keep up with those two drivers. Nobody's been able to really do it tonight anyways, and now they've got fresh tires to go.
I mean, they definitely do have fresh tires, Chris, but I'm also looking at guys. I mean, the Shermanator, they have maybe taken just two, I'm not sure. Only 11-second pit stop there.
Josh Rutherford peels it off the racing surface onto pit road. Corey Rutherford takes over the race. He is your race leader, up 12 positions to do that. Let's hop inside the cockpit of Corey Rutherford, the TRJKarting.com cockpit cam. And Corey now doing a little bit of fuel saving himself.
Rick, you're absolutely right. I went back and looked at the three of Corey Sherman. He did only take two tires.
That's kind of what I figured. I mean, I got to him a little late there in his pit stop, but just look at the numbers. I mean, we'll see if that can work out for him. He's up 7 positions from the drop of the green flag, sitting in 11th right now. But he's got some work to do to try to catch up to Blake Decker, Dalton Kilroe, Brian Dees, Derek Paulson, Ty Morosco, TBB, Rick Thompson, and Collins.
Just two drivers left to come down pit road.
Actually, now just one.
Just
Ian
one.
Habiak in the 16, yeah, heading down pit road.
Not a bad call out of his spotter, Tim Habiak, to bring him down.
Remember, Habiak said that they had a tire strategy to see if we get some tires put on the 16 here.
A big thing right now is to not go down a lap. Really, what he wants to see is Corey Rutherford come down pit road. That'll give him about 8 more seconds to try and get his service completed. And Rutherford not going to do it. He's staying out.
16 did take tires, guys. Took all 4.
Corey Rutherford refusing to come down pit road, willing the 55 car an extra 1.5 gallons of fuel.
Well, the good news out of TNA camp, Corey Sherman in the 3 just went around Rutherford there. We just saw it. And so now Corey Sherman back on the lead lap.
And Chris, we got into his cockpit a little bit ago, 55, Corey Rutherford. He is doing it again, going around these turns.
Yes.
Yeah, we caught it again. just a few laps ago, we saw he was saving that fuel. Right now, though, unfortunately, look, the last time he was on pit road, 124 was the lap. Guys, you can save some fuel, but you ain't saving that much fuel.
No, I mean, 19 laps left to go. I mean, it's going to be tough.
And the other thing here that I want to just quickly point out is when Blake Decker got back on track, it was an 8-second differential, now down to 4.5 and closing very quickly.
Decker with those fresh tires, Chris, going to take no time to catch up to Rutherford, I don't think.
Corey Rutherford, man, he is all over the track, guys, back just coming out of that turn there, 2-1 and 2.
On the back stretch now, we're going to see he's got to come down. He's got to be running out.
Stay out again.
We'll give him the Ironman award for sure. He has found fuel reserve that nobody else has been able to find out there tonight.
Listen to them, Tyler. They are angry.
Brandon Feeney going to come around.
Our stage one winner kind of lost the speed there in that 38 machine, guys. He is a few laps down right now, but he just got one back doing it the old-fashioned way.
73 of Casey Campbell being scored the first car, one lap down with Ian Habiak right behind him. Habiak is out there with fresh tires.
Guys, one thing Blake Decker in a 92 and Dalton Kilroy's got to watch out for is Corey Rutherford at 55. He has been getting loose every time he comes around these turns on these old tires.
That's something that Blake Decker's thinking about right now, and it looks like Rutherford coming down finally.
Oh,
missed pit
Rutherford!
lane.
Big time wiggle, and finally does get it down below the commitment cone. But the 55, man, wow. That does give the lead back to Blake Decker. Dalton Kilroy in second spot. Brian D is sitting in third. And it's Derek Paulson, Ty Morosco, your top five. Ty Morosco doing everything he has to do tonight, guys, to try and make himself be a part of that top four, running in the top five here tonight.
Yeah, remember Ty had a little bit of problems early in the race where he went back a little bit further than where he's sitting, but he's doing a hell of a job working his way back up there.
Fastest lap last time by Ian Habiak with a 31.87. The 16 trying to figure out a way to get back onto the lead lap. Currently sits in 11th position behind Casey Campbell in 10th.
And as you said, Chris, Casey Campbell in that 73 in that 10th position was the first car lap down, but Ian Habiak just made his way around the 73. So Ian now the first car one lap down.
Yeah, he's one lap down, but he's right behind third place runner Brian Dees. And the kid is running some pretty quick laps right now.
Yes, he is.
Habiak goes underneath Brian Dees. Brian Dees giving him all kinds of room.
Ooh, Brian D is really working that steering wheel. I mean, it stinks that the folks out there in the Turn 3 Racing Network can't see those cams anymore, but man, Brian D's got his hands full.
Yeah, we're going to fix that for next week because there's been some stuff out there, guys, that I've wanted you to see and you weren't able to.
I just had a check on Ian Habiak there. He is still the first car one lap down. Yes, he is. But his cam, I had to make sure he wasn't on his roof because his cam went sideways.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, wait a minute.
Okay, I'm glad you guys seen it too.
Uh-huh.
He had me all worried there for a second.
I'm blaming Tim.
Blaming Tim?
Is his spotter messing with him?
I think his spotter is messing with us.
Well, I don't know what's going on with Sherman, but I was sitting there watching him a minute. He just had a big old smile on his face.
At the end of the day,
I think I see why.
It's about having fun at the end of the day.
He's really moved up on that wheel, though, let me tell you.
Oh, he is leaning into those corners. Kind of reminds me of you, Rick. If he had a wall there, I think he would have bounced his head right off it.
I've been there, done that. I haven't. Oh no!
Who left? Oh, Chris, you still here?
No, he is gone. The oh no, and that was that.
Must have been one of the cats.
Blake Decker trying to figure out a way to get around Brandon Feeney. He is your race leader, is the 92. He's on the outside. Feeney giving him plenty of room here with 9 laps to go. And Feeney down on the apron as they cross the start-finish line. Blake Decker continues to move on. Behind him, it's the 41 machine of Dalton Kilroe. And oh my goodness, the 44 is catching the back bumper of the 41, Terry.
Yeah, I see that.
You got a big smile on your face, Terry, like you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Let's hope I'm wrong.
And then I just had a cat jump up on my computer and hit the power button. I couldn't grab it in time. I'm gonna have to fix that for next week. I think it's coming off the floor. I'm missing all this racing action, guys. I was able to not shut the computer down, but I'm trying to get back in.
Well,
Chris, didn't I call it, Chris?
we are not moving off from this. Yes, you did, Terry. We are not moving off from this view right here. The 44 and the 41 have had a long season together. We'll put it that way. And the 44 would love nothing more than to get around the 41. We'll say it like that. The 41 knows it too. Terry, he is racing his heart out right now. Dalton Kilroe trying to stay off from the front bumper of the 44. We'll just put it out there. No love loss here.
No, there's no love lost here. That's for sure.
Aaron,
I want to say something though. If you look at Dalton, I really wish we had the cameras back up. Dalton is staying nice and cool too. I'm glad to see that.
oh yeah, I mean, you have no choice. You got to run your line. Oh my goodness, look at this. Surrounded by T&A drivers, the 41. Oh my goodness.
I'm telling you right now, the TNA guys are talking. I can see Corey talking, so I'm sure they're saying something.
Corey Sherman moves down. The 41 able to get around him. The 44 backing off just a little bit. This is not the race. Or maybe it is. He catches right back up to the 41. Backover driving in the red here tonight.
You know, one thing Backover is doing is actually helping Dalton catch up to Blake.
Yeah, he really is.
Give him a little bit of push down the backstretch.
Yeah. Meanwhile, behind these two drivers, we're not going to pull away, but Ian Habiak has caught the back door of Corey Sherman and gone around. So Ian Habiak picks up 9th spot away from Corey Sherman. And still, the camera stays on the 41 and the 44. Meanwhile, they are both catching the 92, just like you said, Terry. Blake Decker is watching that gap close, and it is closing rather quickly. Two laps to go. Popsicle sticks in the air. The 92 of Blake Decker leading the way. We're going through turns 3 and 4 right now. Oh, my heart. White flag in the air. Is it going to happen this time by? We've heard about it for the last, I don't know, man, maybe like 10 weeks, Terry. It's been a while. The 44 and the 41 have not been getting along, but the 44 kind of maybe unwillingly has helped the 41 catch the back bumper of Blake Decker, and Dylan Kilroy has a chance here, but Blake Decker holds on to the momentum. Blake Decker gonna cross the start finish line. He is gonna be your race winner. Dylan Kilroy, Derek Paulson, your top three. Oh my Lord, that could have gone any way. And Aaron Bockover let it go.
But you know, I was thinking about this. Now, obviously, we have Texas, we have Martinsville, and then we have the championship race. Now, what we've been told is the 41 will not be winning the championship. There's some strong words. I think we see a little bit of Dale Earnhardt going on there in Bockover, maybe trying to rattle the cage a little bit.
It is possible. It is very, very possible. Judging by the amount that Terry is smiling and laughing over there, it is extremely possible.
Oh, man, you calling me out.
I'm not going to do anything like that. Guys, we're going to step away for just a couple of minutes. When we get back, it's going to be post-race interviews live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Back live, and we have the top three drivers sitting ready to talk to us live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Finishing in third spot tonight, Terry Foster. I believe you caught up with Derek Paulson.
Derek Paulson, you got me?
I got you.
Man, what a hell of a race you ran tonight, buddy. Finished third. I'm trying to look your second in points. Last time we was here, you got a second place. So you know this track, bud.
Yep. Yeah, I will take a third. That's like a win to me because I did not put enough fuel in my car on the second stage. So I had to baby that baby for the last like 10 laps, cutting the motor off, and then I had to pit in early. And so I was going to start in the back anyway. So then I pitted a couple more times to top off, and I had a lot of fast cars to pass to get back to third. And you know, I'll take it every day. I mean, that was a tough third, and I'll take it today.
Yeah, it's a hell of a third place there, buddy. Anybody on that car you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to thank MF Racing Designs. I got to thank the crew. Behind the scenes, Nick, he's in my chat, and then Mark and Sam for what they do. I got to thank the rest of the admins as well. I got to thank you guys up in the booth. You guys put on a great show every evening. I got to thank TRJ Karting. for all they do. They sponsor us and help us out a great deal, and we really appreciate them. And I think that's about it.
Real quick, next week we head to Texas. Then we got Martinsville. What's your plans there? I mean, if you could share something with us.
I love Texas. I believe the last time we were there, I had one of the cars to win that, and it just happened to have a late caution, which Dalton had tires at the very end of the race, which benefited him. Otherwise, Jamie and I looked like we were going to be racing between each other for the win. So I look forward to Texas. Martinsville, that's just going to be a crapshoot. But Texas, I'm looking for Texas.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks a lot. Congratulations again on that third place.
Yep, thank you very much.
And that is the driver of the number 6, Derek Paulson, bringing it home in the third spot. Bringing it home second, it is Dalton Kilrow, driver of the number 41, Rick Hammond. I believe you caught up with him.
I did. Top Flight Racing number 41, Dalton Kilrow. You got Rick Chris Terry up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
10-4, man.
Man, what a good race here for you tonight. Unfortunately, not able to seal the deal, and it looked like you almost had it there. But tell me about your race a little bit.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. I was a little surprised to see that Mr. Jamie Walker was starting parking, but I hope everything's going okay with him. I know he's obviously in a good enough position to where he can do that, but hope everything's going fine with him. This entire race was basically just trying to save that right rear tire and not lose it coming out of the corner. I know a couple guys were getting to that point, and I didn't have enough right rear at the end there to really do much with Blake. You know, I looked to the inside to see if he'd fall for it, but he's better than that, and he ran a really good race. I wish I had gotten a little closer to him, but you know, second place and a stage win and just overall good points day, I'll take it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a great race for you there. You know, no matter what happened, you know, in a second place finish, nothing to really worry about there. I mean, you're pretty much locked into it. We got 2 races left of the round of 8. We got Texas next week and then Martinsville. How do you feel about that?
Texas is a really fun track. Got a little lucky there in the spring with the fuel mileage play, but I'm not planning on trying that again. Just gonna go for another good points day. Just to drive that final nail in the coffin to my to the plane ride to Phoenix, or not Phoenix, whatever the championship race is, whatever the league votes on. Just good points race. That's all I need. And then Martinsville is a wild card. We're gonna have to see how that goes. I personally feel like that's gonna be a pretty fun race, but we'll see how it goes.
Oh, now, you know, you did mention, you know, we don't know where we're going there for the championship race. Now, without saying what track you are thinking of voting for, do you know which track you're going to vote for?
I have no freaking idea. There have been a lot of good races this season. I'd have to probably take the entire week to think of what track I'd vote for. If I don't end up getting locked in, then I will be able to vote. But you know, any of those guys in the final 4, they're not going to be able to have a say on where we go. So that's going to add a little twist to it.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. Hey, listen, good job here tonight, bud. Get ready for Texas there. Bring that momentum with you. Anybody on that 41 you'd like to thank?
I got to thank Dr. Squatch Soap and Top Flight BC. Use code TOPFLIGHT at drsquatch.com for 20% off all of your soap orders. Got to thank TRJ Karting, Michael Falk Racing Designs, everybody at the Turn 3 Racing Network for the broadcast. You guys always kill it, especially with the whole in-car camera thing. I love ever since you've done that. It adds a whole new element to everything. Got to thank everybody on the Pride Outdoor Network for tuning in. Jesus, I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Everybody else at Top Flight Racing, Taylor the Butcher Benjamin, and my teammate tonight, Blake Decker, who I'm glad he got the win and was able to get one finally, because he's been on it. He's been on it ever since he's started to show up more and more. So I'm just so glad for Blake. So glad for everybody else at Top Flight Racing. We all had a really good run. Taylor with the P5. Mark and Sam for sitting up in the booth, or the blimp in the sky, wherever they're at, and everybody else at home for tuning in.
All right, man. Hey, listen, congratulations once again. We'll see you next week at Texas.
Thank you.
And that was the driver of the number 41. It's Dalton Kilrow bringing it home in second spot. That leaves just one more driver to talk to. It is Blake Decker. Blake, Chris, and Rick up in the booth with Terry. Do you got a copy?
I do.
Well, buddy, here I am. I can see you. You're happy. You got the big smile going on. I love seeing that. The 92. It hasn't been around enough this season, but here you are. You got your first win of the year, and it's got to feel good.
It feels amazing. I've gotten wins in the past, but I think this tops any of them. This is my first legitimate win where I've just kind of outdriven the field. The rest of them have been like tire strategy or fuel strategy or like a super speedway. I think the first season I won one of those, but this one feels really good.
Well, a lot of racecraft goes into these little mile and a halves, and tonight you definitely had a car. You and Dalton Kilrow were kind of bumper to bumper all night long. Eventually, he did kind of find the wall a little bit, which really gave you the opportunity, and you never looked back. It was a great win out of the 92 tonight.
Yeah, Dalton, me and him have been talking back and forth all night. Honestly, I can't thank him enough. If it wasn't for him and figuring out pit strategy, I wouldn't be in the position I am. So a lot of that goes to Dalton. It's not just me, it's a team effort. But I mean, I followed him for most of the race. I just wanted to conserve my stuff because I knew I was fast. This drives a lot like a dirt track, kind of. That sounds cliche, but I don't know. It just fits my driving style, and I knew I'd be faster than him on the long run, but I didn't want to pull out ahead of him and let him know my lift points and stuff like that because I noticed myself I'd back up off of him and then I'd catch back up to him. So I knew if I had to in the last final laps, I'd be able to pass him. So I just was patient throughout the race, waited for him to mess up, and I capitalized on it.
Yeah, you certainly did, and it led you all the way to the race win. Blake, who do you got on that number 92 that you need to thank tonight, bud?
Oh man, there's so many people that have helped me out throughout, honestly, just the last year to help me improve as a driver. The usual ones, my grandfather, my parents, they're really supportive with everything. And my girlfriend, she's been going through some stuff lately, but yeah, it's nice to win that. And I'm sure she's smiling right now. But yeah, you guys won't know who they are. They probably won't even know this, but like people like Kevin Sprague, Rick Holson, they help me out a lot. And me and Gene's Auto Sales and Mark and Sam. Sam actually has been coaching me on dirt a little bit, funny enough, but yeah, just I can't even put into words how happy I am right now. Tim at TRJ Karting for sponsoring the lead. It's just, yeah, I think that's it.
That's awesome, bud. And
I got one thing for him, Chris, when you get done.
Well, go ahead, Terry.
Well, Blake, congratulations on that win, bud. Grandpa's in here again, buddy. He's telling you, get up on the wheel. His exact words was, get up on the wheel, bud. You done a hell of a job tonight. I think you made him proud again, bud.
Thank you.
That is what it's all about. Racing is about family. And man, do we have a great family here with the Blazing Pedals, sponsored by trjkarting.com. This has been another little deal.
Wait, I know you want to go, but I got to ask Blake because he's smiling.
Oh,
he's
man.
So happy. I just want to know, that's water in the mason jar, right?
Yeah, I'm not drinking and driving, I promise. I'd like to thank water, because if it wasn't for water, I'd be sweating my ass off right now.
There you go, buddy. Hey, congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
All right. Well, is everybody else okay with me kind of putting an end to this one?
No, I want to say just to everybody to make sure to head on over to trjkarting.com. Check out all the cool stuff that Tim has over there, and thank Tim for everything that he does for us and the Blazing Pedals. And I want to also tell people to make sure to go over to Corey Sherman's business there, Savage Edge. Go to savageedge.com. Get yourself a breast cancer awareness t-shirt. It's going to a good cause. And I got my 3, Terry's got 1, and we want to sell those things. So make sure to head on over there to Savage Edge. And great race tonight, guys. I'm ready for Texas.
Yeah, Texas coming up next Sunday night. Terry, any closers?
No, man, we're going to Texas next week.
That's all we need to say. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We can't thank you enough for spending some time with us, and look forward to seeing you next week. We will be right back this time next week at Texas.